Hi guys! Welcome to Living with Ulcerative Colitis. I'm Maya, your host, and today we're going to talk about a question. Okay, you were just diagnosed with ulcerative colitis. Now what? And today I'm going to give you 9 questions for you to ask your doctor or your primary care provider, whoever told you that you have ulcerative colitis. And the reason that you are asking these questions is because your ulcerative colitis is not going to be the same as everyone else's. The signs and symptoms that you can read on Google might not apply to your particular case, and so asking your doctor, your primary care provider, they can tell you about your case, your particular ulcerative colitis. Disclaimer, I am not a doctor, I am not a dietitian, I am simply a person that has been where you are, and I had similar questions, and during some visits I couldn't think of questions on the top of my head, and so you'd have to wait to the next visit or you'd have to send like an email. And so I'm listing these questions so that when you go to the doctor, you don't run into the problem I had. You have questions ready to go and you can pull out a paper and just be like, I have questions. So the first question is, what is the severity of my ulcerative colitis? And the reason you ask this is because some people have a mild case where their symptoms aren't that prevalent, the signs aren't that severe, and some people have a mixture, and then some people have really severe ulcerative colitis. And that comes with a lot of different procedures that someone that has a mild case doesn't have to go through. The second question is this an autoimmune illness? And you want to ask this even if you already know the answer, because your doctor will then go in depth and explain how or why you have it, and they'll try to explain a bit about what autoimmune means. The third question is, what type of impact will this have on my day-to-day life? And you want to know this because sometimes they'll tell you something that you didn't know about your ulcerative colitis, and it will help. Number 4, am I susceptible to flare-ups? You asked this question, so they will now define flare-up to you, and then you'll also know how often, or maybe you won't get them at all. Number 5 is, are there things I can do in diet, lifestyle, etc. to lessen the impact of my UC? And they will provide you a list, your nurse will provide you a list, or maybe an external party will. Number 6, are there other risks from having my ulcerative colitis? Because ulcerative colitis does affect your entire digestive system, it can also branch out and affect other things. And so asking if there are other risks lets you know, per your case of UC, if it will change anything or mess with anything else besides your GI tract. Number 7, will I need to take any medications, and if so, why and what are they? And this helps because sometimes your medications are to lessen the severity, or sometimes they're just things that you might prefer to take daily so your symptoms aren't as prevalent or as strong. Number 9, what causes UC? And this will be an interesting question because every time I asked, the doctors would go in this long, in-depth explanation, but you can get them to slow down and just be like, just feel free to be like, can you dumb it down a little and just tell me the baseline, what is UC? And that helps you know exactly where the problems are happening, and it helps you get a full grasp on what is UC. And lastly, number 9, sorry, I messed up the numbers. I messed up the numbers, I wrote them wrong, sorry. Are there any medical procedures for UC? So that could be like a colonoscopy, that could be surgery, that could be like an endoscopy, yeah. Or it could be several other ones that your doctors might want you to go through, and asking them allows you to learn what their plan is to treat your UC. And so those are my questions, and I hope that was helpful. If you if you ask your doctor these questions and you still feel like you don't understand, or you have a question that you think that I might be able to answer, you can put that in the chat, or if you don't want to make it public, you can send us an email. Or if you have UC and you've had it for a while and you just found this channel and you know a question that new people with UC might want to know, you can comment that below and we will be sure to add it in the next video when we talk about UC. But I hope that this was helpful, and please like, share, subscribe, and bye guys!